Okay. Everyone has been discriminated against or talked about, so everyone knows how it feels to, be talked about. So everyone deserves happiness, and it doesn't matter what they like, what they don't like, or just who they are. So I had a friend growing up as a child, and our friendship progressed until we were in all the way to high school. So when we get to high school, she's always been the tomboyish, but she's always been happy. She's been one of those kind of friends. So it wasn't a shock when she came out of the closet that she was a lesbian. And, well, we already knew, but more to her family. And they didn't accept her, and it was really a tough time for her. And so it made her grades drop, so she wasn't able to play her last season of high school basketball. And it made matters worse when she was walking home from school, and a group of guys, they jumped her. So because of her sexual preference, so she walked home, and when she went home, she wrote a note. And that was the last thing anyone has ever heard from her, because right after that, she committed suicide. No one should be discriminated against because of what they like or what they don't like or their preference, So, and this can happen to you. You may be homosexual or you may be heterosexual, but at the end of the day, everyone in this room has been discriminated against by what you wear, how you look, and just by being who you are. So everyone in this room can feel the unconstitutional pain of Proposition 8. In this speech, I will argue how Proposition 8 is unconstitutional. I will say how our California state officials have failed many of our Americans and peers. Secondly, I would tell you how Amendment 14 proves that Proposition 8 is unconstitutional. And last, I would tell you about some of the how the discriminated people can look at prior situations and past times to get past this so they can come to change. So our state officials have failed many of our peers because when Proposition 8 was passed, they had a choice to appeal, and they chose not to. Knowing that it affected many people, I feel that it's not fair at all. So I feel that they failed many people. So yeah, Jerry Brown and our former governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger, they failed us. So. And then secondly, Amendment 14, it talks about no state can deprive any person out of life, liberty, or property. And telling someone that they can't marry the love of their life is taking away their life. That's like telling me I can't eat ice cream because cookies and cream is my favorite, So I feel like it's wrong, and it's not fair at all. Lastly, I feel like the discriminated homosexuals can look at prior times like genocides and past wars to actually get a feel of how you can bring change. Like, look at some of the African American leaders who brought African Americans out of slavery, Like, there's so many things you can do to bring change, and I know that one day change will come and Proposition 8 will, go away. So, in this speech, I argued that Proposition 8 is unconstitutional, and first by telling you that our state officials have failed many of our Americans and fellow peers, and secondly, detailing that Amendment 14 is unconstitutional. It proves that it's unconstitutional. And lastly, how many of our Americans can come together to bring change. Because one day I want to look up into heaven and let Ashley know that we did this for her. So thank you.